Hi everyone. Happy new moon. How are you? How are you today? Nice to see you. Can I have a thumbs up so that I know you can see me and hear me properly, please? Hi Mira. Good morning, dear. Yay. Thank you. Hi Robin. Hi Caroline. Oh, so good to have you. Yes. So a new moon in the sign of Aries marks the beginning of a new astrological year. So, a lot of beginnings this year, right? A lot of them. And we are already in April and we are still beginning something or preparing to begin something. Everything working at the background to push us forward. And this specific energy, can you feel it? Can you feel it? I have been feeling this for the past 2 days, probably 2 to 3 days. There's I don't know, something really pushing forward. Caroline, red suits you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I do not wear red often, but yeah, when I when I put some red on, I'm like, oh, this can be something to wear more often. Yay. Hi, Aristides. Good evening for you, dear. Welcome. So nice to have you. So, what's up? How have your previous weeks been? Did you feel something coming to the surface to be released somehow? Some struggle, some overwhelming around what is happening? Because yesterday, the new moon was yesterday, um, but we are still under its influence. And so a lot of things have been stirring, coming up to the surface to be seen, not just to be seen. I think, yeah, not to be seen, but really to let go, to be out of our lives. I don't know if this was the case, but that's what I have been feeling with all the conversations I have been having with a lot of people around me. And there's something like there was a peak and then everything just oh, fell into their places. Although it's not quite conscious yet, but let's see where this leads us. Caroline feeling very emotional. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Hi, Elizabeth. Nice to have you. Hi, Kanu. Welcome, dear. Welcome, welcome. So, new moons. New moons are all about beginnings, are all about planting the seeds, are all about setting intentions. When we set an intention for our lives, we are choosing a direction. Yeah. And that's why intentions are so important because if we just look around and choose a direction without intention, well, we can end up in a place that we really don't want to. So, setting an intention helps our brain to define what we really want for us. And then we just set the direction and move forward towards that. Kanu, I always like your tops. So, thank you, dear. Thank you. Okay, do we have any Aries in the house? Sun in Aries, moon in Aries, rising sign in Aries, because these are the people that are feeling this the most. This urge for a new beginning. It's like wanting to have um, a rubber on anything that was behind us and start fresh without resentments, without baggage, without holding on to grudges, without um, uh, trying to make amends. It's something like, okay, let's wash away everything that was behind us and let's move forward towards a new direction with new intentions, with new dreams, with new projects, with a new way of moving, even. Canu. Oh, okay. You are Aries. You are Aries Canu. So a lot of fire. Aries is the baby of the zodiac. So it's the one that it's either my way or the highway. It's really this intense energy that really propels something forward, that really propels us to take initiative, to forget about the planning and just go ahead and do it. Aries is one that is like braving a new way, new path, and then it goes and starts a new path, and then looks back and oh, where I thought everyone else was just here behind me, but they are not, because Aries, they move fast. They move really, really fast. And so they just keep going. Eventually, the others will catch up, but they will just keep going. Robin, yes, my birthday was a week ago. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. And Kanu, was your birthday already, or is it still coming up? Uh, Anna, hi, Anna. Hello, Aries here, Sun and Mercury, Venus and Lilith in Aries. Oh, a lot of that propelling energy everywhere in the way that you feel, the way that you communicate, the way that you love, and the way that you bring up those shady aspects of yourself, the mystery in your life. Hi, Z, good morning. Hi, Madeleine. Hi. I dreamt of your new moon live and just woke up. Oh, really? Oh, welcome, welcome. So nice, so nice. Yeah, synchronicities, right? Kanu, March 28th. Oh, it was just not last week. No, 2 weeks ago. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, Kanu. I didn't know that. Caroline, Chiron in Aries, and Chiron just returned to Aries this week. So your wounds, your wounded healer is just activated, right? Kanu, you're welcome. Kylie, Pisces here. Oh, I'm also a Pisces. Also a Pisces. Sun in Pisces. So although we have different sun signs and different rising signs, different moon signs, and so on and so on, we all have the whole zodiac in our birth chart. So Aries is somewhere on your birth chart activating that aspect of your life. If it is in Mercury, it's about communication. If it is in Venus, it's about how you love, how you relate. So if you have Aries, Chiron is being activated by Aries. Chiron is the wounded healer, so it means that it's a wound that we have so deep that we do our best to overcome it throughout our lives, so we become an expert in dealing with that. That is why it is called the wounded healer, because we start with the wound and we learn how to deal with it throughout our lives. And then we become an expert in healing that kind of wound. This is quite beautiful if we think about that. Caroline, yes, been feeling it too. Yeah. Jess, hi Jess. Aries ascendant. So rising in Aries. This is how you come into the world, how people see you. Madeline, honestly, I hadn't scheduled to attend. I asked myself before sleep yesterday, I wonder what new moon session will be for me this weekend. So the answer came, and that's super cool because Answers in Dreams is new for me. Wow, Madeline. This is really nice. Really nice. Really. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's really beautiful. Yeah, well, we can ask those questions to our higher selves. And they always have an answer. If we don't ask, we don't get the answer. But if we do ask, we always have an answer. Quite beautiful. Thank you for being here. Wonderful. Okay, a little bit more about Aries. So Aries is the one, if it had a statement, it would be I am. Look at that. Aries. I am, because it is the beginning. It is the baby of the zodiac. I am hungry and I want to eat now. I want to sleep and I want to sleep now. And I don't care what you are doing. Just put me to sleep. So this is the baby. And there's a lot of innocence to it as well. So the approach to life is really innocent, it's really pure. And that's why it doesn't ask permission to just move forward, to just go and get their goals. Although sometimes this can be hard on the people around because it's a lot of fire, a lot of intensity going there, and the kind of I know best kind of approach. So if you are an Aries, just pay attention on how you talk to people. Yeah, because you may be certain of a lot of things, but be mindful of how you speak to other people because you may be speaking like in a very a fierce kind of way, a very aggressive kind of way. Aries is the warrior of the zodiac, the warrior. So it needs to be done and it will be done. But sometimes it can be harsh. The way that the words come out, yeah, just be mindful of that. This is always my tip of advice for anyone Aries, because yeah, it's sometimes it can come out as very aggressive. Not because you want to, but that's how it is perceived. Yeah. Madeline, oh, is the same as the root chakra statement. Yes, it is. It is the same as the root chakra statement. Although the root chakra is related to um, the earth element, yeah, but it's also a beginning, right? Is where the origin is there. And Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So there's the origin there as well. And so it's all about I am every time. Okay. And as I was mentioning, Aries is the warrior of the zodiac. Um, Kanu is saying Mercury in Aries tends to be sharp with words. Yes, it does. It does. Something I'm learning to balance. We have all the tendencies in our birth chart, but ultimately, we get to make the decisions. That's the map, literally a map to our lives, but we get to choose which directions to take and how to get to our purposes in life. That's up to us. Okay, the tendencies are there, but we have free will. Always remember that. We are not conditioned by anything. So yeah, would anyone else would like to add something to the Aries energy? Because it is a sign that initiates something, that moves forward no matter what, that and also dreams a lot about living a fairy tale. That's the innocent part. Not as naiveness, but really as innocence and purity. Experiencing pure love. When an Aries loves, it loves with all its being, from tip to toe. Uh, I often see, I have a very good friend. Um, I've known him since he was like 3 years old or something. And once he got married or once he started dating uh, someone, it was for life. Like she was his princess, his queen, and he would go all the way out. I don't know if he had to go all the way across the universe to get her something. Yeah, he would. He would. So it is really this kind of innocence and purity that Aries has when loving someone. But then again, it's either my way or the highway. So there's a balance that needs to be learned, as Kanu was saying. There's a balance here that really needs to be learned. Kanu, correct. We're often childlike. Yes, childlike. A lot. A lot. Madeline, I have it in the 12th house only. The Aries, oh, activating your spirituality, your mystical side of life, the unconscious. So a lot of fire there in your unconscious part. Uh, that maybe wants to shine somehow. Aries cities, I only have it in the 12th house too. So the same thing. Kanu says we love with all our heart. Yeah, yeah. Aries loves with all their hearts. In a brave kind of way. Remember the warrior. So in a brave kind of way. Everything is really intense for an Aries. Um, even the quieter ones, because there are some Aries that we don't even realize that they are Aries because they are so quiet. But yeah, they may be quiet, but on the inside, they are very determined every time, every time. So this is the overall energy for us during this new moon. And because the new moon is about setting intentions, planting the seeds of what we want to see flourish in the upcoming months. Also, the starting of a new astrological year, we will have 12 months ahead of us with a whole new cycle. So this is a year one. Remember that? Uh, we just moved from a year 9, the year of the snake, the year of the closing of chapters, the closing of books, um, karmic relations, everything we were closing during 2025. And now 2026 is all about new beginnings. So we started with a year one, then we had the astrological Chinese year coming with the fire horse. So it's a lot about Aries as well, because of the fire and because of the moving forward, the energy of the horse. And now we are presented with this uh, new window of opportunity to really make things happen. It's like ready, set, go. Ready, set, go for it. Don't ask, don't plan, just act. Gather your courage and move forward anyway, even if you are afraid. So Aries is the warrior. So frighten or fear is something that uh, they will keep in a box somewhere and leave it at the house behind. It's there, they know it's there, but they will go anyway. Madeline, thank you. So interesting. Lisa, I am an Aries fire horse. Look at that. Lisa, like your life is really full of fire. Fire is the element of rapid transformation. It is the element that brings warmth to our lives. Fire is the element that illuminates what we need to see. And also, it's the one that sparks the fuel so you can move. Moving and moving and moving is the element that helps sustains our actions, makes us act, not stay waiting for life to happen. No, the fire is the one that really propels us forward, really makes things happen. And so an Aries fire horse, I think you are all lit up right now. Even if it doesn't seem like that, even if you are feeling a lot of chaos, but the chaos is about, it's our journey throughout 2026. Chaos, okay? It's not about um looking at the chaos and becoming like, oh my God, so much chaos, I'm not going to do anything. No, a lot of chaos, but we move anyway. We just try to put it aside because it's there. It will not go away. It will not go away. So it's there, but we move anyway. We act upon our dreams. We act upon our projects. We just act despite the chaos, despite the fear. This is Aries, and this is very much the energy of the whole year. Okay, beginnings. But for us to begin something, we really need to leave other things behind us, to have a fresh start. It's like opening a new notebook with blank pages on it. This is the moment for that, to open that book, to open that notebook, and just start writing what is it that you really want. Not what other people want, but what is it that you really want. Aries is really, it's not a collective kind of sign. It's more an individual kind of sign. Remember, it is the baby of the zodiac. The baby is not mindful of that many people around him, right? It's worried about negotiating the time to eat, the time to to go outside, the time to play, the time to sleep. Okay. And so it's more about their own basic needs than everyone else's. And Aries is like that. Period. No questions asked. But it's also the one that really sets the pace for something better and goes out and is not afraid to uncover new directions of life. So, yeah, this is the moment to do that. So, the question to be asked during this new moon is, what is it that I really want? Once you find out, you just move towards that. You set the intention and you move towards that with all your fire. Remember, we all have Aries somewhere in our birth chart, activating different aspects of our life. So if you are curious about what Aries is activating, you can check online, like on astro.com, and you can have a free birth chart. Then you can check where Aries is. And then you just ask Google, what does that mean? And it will provide you with an answer. Okay. So, is anyone here that is here with us for the first time? If you are, please let us know your name, where you are on the planet, and what time is it. And be very welcome, of course. So we all will need some water or tea to have during the session. Today I'm drinking what's the word? What's it? The name in English? I think it's mugwort tea, which is very curious because the name, the Latin name, which is the one that we also use in Portuguese, is Artemisia, which comes from the goddess, the Greek goddess Artemis, which is one of the warrior goddesses. So it really connects with the energy of Aries. But you can just go and get a plain cup of water, or another kind of tea that you have around, because we will need to drink some throughout the session. Hi, Jackie. Welcome. You are in UK, so it's the same time as me. I am in Portugal. My name is Alexandra. Nice to meet you and nice to have you here with us. I hope you enjoyed the session. So how will this session go on? So first you will grab a cup of water or a cup of tea. And then we will sit here together doing a grounding meditation for us to connect right here and right now with ourselves, with the community that is either here on the live or on the replay, and also connecting with Mother Earth. And afterwards, I will draw some cards for the collective. So this will not be a one-on-one kind of session. It will be for the collective that is gathered here from this beautiful deck, the Light Seers. I love using this during Aries because it has that purity. That purity, it's really beautiful. It's if you don't know it, then I will show you some cards, but they are really, really beautiful. The imagery is amazing. And so I will draw 5 cards and I will have that reading for the collective. Oh, just to share with you, once we get a deck and we want to look at the root of anything, just like before asking anything, we can look at the bottom card, and the one that came is this one, the Fool. which is all about what? New beginnings. It doesn't mean that this will appear in the reading, but it's a good, this is where we start from for today's session. Really nice, really nice. I just look at it by chance. Um, Robin, you got me in the mood for my mushroom tea. Perfect. Hi, Agnes. You are in Dakota. It is Central Daytime, Daylight Time. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Be very, very welcome. Madeline, oh, your logo on the mug. Sweet. Yes, my logo on the mug. And on the other way, there's this girl. This was a gift from my husband, of course, because I was talking to him about having mugs with the logo, and he just made this one. So his drawings, it's really nice. It looks like hand painting, right? It's really nice. Thank you for for noticing. Philippa, hi Philippa. Are you doing individual reading? No, I'm not doing individual reading. On these sessions, I always do a reading for the collective. But if you are here, it's because there's a message coming through. Okay. Um, when we get to the reading, I will explain briefly how it works because it is a collective. But yeah, if you'd like individual readings, I do that, but outside Inside Timer. Okay. Then you can ask me how, and I will let you know. Also, I am recording the session. So if you cannot stay the whole session, or if you'd like to share it with someone or revisit it, you can then ask me how to get the replay because it's uploaded. It will be uploaded in another platform, um, along with, I don't know how long I have been uploading the sessions, but at least 2 years. So there are like 2 years or more of these sessions on the TUBE. So this one will also be uploaded there. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will get the link on the stories once it is uploaded as well. Okay, just to let you know that. Okay, so now it's the time. If you already have your cup of tea or your cup of water nearby, it's time to have that grounding meditation. Okay, for that, I will invite you to either just sit or to lay down, sitting on a chair, sitting directly on the floor. As long as you are comfortable, that's the way to go. If you are sitting, make sure that your spine is aligned. So you can help with that by rolling your shoulders back and imagining you have a string pulling you up from the top of your head. This will help the energy move up and down your spine freely. And then if you are sitting, place your feet parallel to the floor, like your soles really touching the floor so you can ground, so you can connect directly. If you cannot reach the floor with the soles of your feet because the chair is too high, you can just put a pillow underneath them. That's what I do. And so you can directly connect with the ground beneath you. Yeah, if you are already sitting on the ground, you can just crisscross your legs. Hands facing down as we will be grounding. This gesture helps us direct. Remember, direction is a key word, a key concept in our lives. Directing our energy towards the floor, towards Mama Earth, towards Pachamama, yeah, Mother Gaia, etc., etc. If you are laying, you can also place your feet parallel to the floor. That means that your knees will be up and supporting each other, and that way your spine will be automatically aligned on the surface you are laying on. Yeah. For extra comfort, you can place a pillow underneath the back of your knees and or underneath the back of your neck. Again, hands facing down, either alongside your body or somewhere on your body, like your heart, your stomach, your belly, wherever it feels comfortable. And as long as they are facing the ground, you are good to go. Madeline, beautiful. Philippa, thanks. You're welcome. Yes, please, how to access recording and outside reading. Okay. I will let you know at the end of the session, or you can send me a message here because I cannot message you directly. So you need to message me first so we can interact on Insight Timer. But just send me a message and I will let you know everything that there is to know about that. Okay. Hi, Ladia. Good morning, dear. So good to have you. Okay, so a good position where you feel comfortable, hands facing down, back straight. And now I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath all the way to your belly, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Inhaling as deeply as you can, all the way to your belly, and then exhaling as slowly as you can, letting every tension move out from your body. Okay, so let's do this 3 times. Inhale deeply and exhale slowly. Hi, Nicola. Welcome. Inhale deeply once more and exhale. And one more time. Inhale deeply and exhale. And now keep breathing at your own rhythm as deeply as you can and as slowly as you can. And take your attention to your root chakra, located in the base of your spine. And imagine that there is a cord, a golden cord, coming out of that root chakra and going all the way down to the center of the earth, crossing through every layer of the planet until it connects with the core. Imagine that cord going through the crust, and then through the mantle, through the outer core, and into the inner core. And you can either plug it in or wrap it around it, whichever image resonates with you better. Take a deep breath and out. Take one more deep breath and out. One more deep breath all the way to your belly and out. This cord will now function as a drain to whatever it is not serving you anymore, physically, emotionally, and mentally. So take your attention to your physical body first and notice if there are any tensions around your muscles, any rigid parts in your body. Using your breath, you will push all those tensions down the golden cord and into Mother Earth so they can be transmuted. Take a deep breath and push. Take one more deep breath and push. Let all those tensions go down the golden cord and into Mother Earth. They are not serving you right now. Take one more deep breath and out. Keep breathing at your own rhythm. And bring your attention to your emotional body now. Notice if there are any emotions lingering around. Any fear, sadness, guilt, shame, anger, whatever they are. Using your breath, you will push all those emotions down the golden cord and into Mother Earth so they can be transmuted. Take a deep breath and out. Take one more deep breath and out. Let all those emotions go down the golden cord and into Mother Earth. They are not serving you right now. Take one more deep breath and out. Keep breathing at your own pace. And bring your attention to your mental body now. Notice if there are any thoughts coming to you, any worries, any anxieties, any to-do lists. Let them come, but put them inside bubbles. So when using your breath, they can easily go down the golden cord and into Mother Earth to be transmuted as well. Take a deep breath and out. Take one more deep breath and out. Let all those bubbles of thoughts go down the golden cords and into Mother Earth. They are not serving you right now. Take one more deep breath and out. Keep breathing at your own pace. And take your attention to your aura around you. This is an egg-shaped shelter that surrounds and protects your vital space, where nothing nor anyone is allowed to be except yourself. Your aura holds and protects all of your bodies, your physical and energetic bodies. Take a deep breath here and out. Imagine your aura to be golden and carefully observe its limits. Notice if there are any holes or any tears, any cords coming in, muddy or foggy areas, energetic debris. Take a deep breath here and out. If you find a hole, fill it with golden light. If you find a tear, mend it using a golden string. Cords coming in, cut them using golden scissors or a golden sword. mud, or fog, you can clean them using a golden cloth. And energetic debris, you can sweep it using a golden broom. Take a deep breath here and out. Take one more deep breath and out. One more deep breath and let it all out. Any object or tool you may have used to take care of the limits of your aura, you can now let it go down the golden cord and into Mother Earth so they can be transmuted. Remember that this is your vital space. Nothing nor anyone is allowed to be there except yourself, not even the objects or tools you may have created. So let them go. And now, inside your aura, on the top of your head, imagine a golden rosebud that rotates and has sticky petals, grabbing anything at their passage. This rosebud will help you to clean the space between your physical skin and the limits of your aura. So let it rotate all around you, from the top to the bottom, cleaning thoroughly every inch, every centimeter of your vital space. Take a deep breath here and out. Take one more deep breath and out. And one more deep breath and out. And once the rosebud reaches the bottom of your aura, you can let it go down the golden cord and into Mother Earth to be transmuted as well. And using your hand, your physical hand or your hand of light, cut the golden cord you have attached to your root chakra, let it fall down to the ground. So it too is transmuted and put on a new golden cord, coming out of your root chakra and going all the way down to the center of the earth as we did before. Going through every layer of the planet until it connects with the core. And you can either plug it in or wrap it around it, whichever image resonates with you better. Take a deep breath here. and out. And now outside your aura, imagine 4 rooted roses around you. 1 rose in front of you, 1 on the left, 1 behind you, and 1 on the right. Let these roses come in any color that they wish. Just make sure they are well rooted, that they are healthy, and that they are roses and not any other plant or flower. Take a deep breath here and out. These are your guardian roses. They are here to protect you, to help you with visualization and with separation, separating your energy from everybody else's, so we can all learn to respect each other's vital spaces. If 1 or more of these roses does not look well, is dried out or fading away, please blow up all the roses. Let their ashes come down to the ground to be transmuted and put on a new set of 4 rooted roses around you. You may have to do this several times, and it's okay. Do it as many times as you need to ensure that you have healthy roses surrounding you. Take a deep breath here. And out. And now on the top of your head, visualize a golden sun. This sun represents the highest creative and healing energy of the present moment. Feel its warmth. Feel its rays touching your skin. This sun now enters your body through the crown of your head and slowly moving down your spine. First, it goes from your head to your throat, and then to your chest, bringing within its golden light that touches every cell in your body, every tissue, and every organ, making you shine from the inside out. Take a deep breath. And out. Take one more deep breath. And out. And one more deep breath. And out. The sun continues to move down to your stomach now. To your belly. Down to your genitals. Down your thighs. Your knees. And exiting your body through the soles of your feet and back to Mother Earth. Take a deep breath here. And out. And because this is a very intense energy for our body to be holding on to, please place the palms of your hands directly on the floor in front of you so that you can release the excess amount of this energy and can have just enough, not more and not less than what you need right now. If you don't release the excess amount of this energy, you may be feeling very tired and dizzy afterwards. So if that is to happen, please keep placing the palms of your hands directly on the floor and drink lots of water. You can also walk bare feet around your room, out in the garden. That will help to release the excess amount of this golden light. If you cannot reach the floor with the palms of your hands, you can just shake your hands alongside your body. Shake them, fingers pointing to the ground so the energy has somewhere to go to. Shake them, and the energy will flow out of your body through your fingers and back to Mother Earth. It will have the same effect as placing your hands directly on the floor. Take one more deep breath here. And out. And out gently at your own pace. Come back to your room. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Open your eyes. Stretch if you feel like it. Like you were waking up from a nap. And drink that water or tea that you have nearby so that you can replace everything you were taking out during the meditation. So we were cleaning our energetic field, releasing tensions, emotions, thoughts, whatever it is that is not serving us. And now we need to replace those places that were set free. We need to replace with something healthy. So water or tea would be the best choices to do just that. Okay. Also, the feeling of a liquid entering Our body will help us to come back to our bodies, to come back to the room in presence. That's what we are aiming for. Okay. So cheers. Okay. So how are you? How was this experience? Are you still feeling a lot of tensions around? A lot of parts of your body that feel tense and tiny? Because with the breath, if you still feel like that, you can keep breathing deeply and slowly. This breath will help you to release those tensions. So if you feel like it, you can just close your eyes and keep just breathing in through the nose deeply and out through the mouth slowly. Okay. Okay. So I felt a lot of cleaning going on, uh, but also a lot of tension or friction. I don't know if that's, and tightness. Is anyone experiencing that or was experiencing that throughout the meditation? Because that felt really, really real. Hopefully, everything is gone now. Okay. So now go ahead, write on the comments. Okay. I will just keep uh, talking, but I will read them once they get here. So moving on with the session, um, we will now have a collective reading with the Light Seers Tarot deck. And this is really, if you just came, so you can check some of the cards here. They have a beautiful imagery. Look at this beautiful imagery. And they are really shine and bright, just as the Aries sign. That's why this one is coming through. Came along. Jackie, feel less, though I'm vibrating. Wow. Wow, Jackie, that's the energy. Your energy maybe needed that clearance somehow. Yeah. Yeah. Something was activated within Jackie. Beautiful. Mira says, felt a lot of release. Beautiful meditation as always. Thank you, Alchandra. Thank you, Mira. Thank you. Okay, so let me briefly explain how this collective reading works. So I will draw 5 cards for the collective. I will explain the meaning of each position. And once they are spread on the table, I will turn one by one and we will tell the story. If during the reading you have the urge to comment anything, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. This is a collective reading. So I'm just the messenger. So if you have anything to add to the table, go ahead and let us know. Yeah. So one out of 3 things can happen during a collective reading. One is that you hear the message and you're like, oh, this is really what is happening with me. This is so spot on. This is really, yeah, that's what I thought, but didn't have like the courage to think about that this way. Something like this. This kind of reaction, it means that is validating something that you already know, but it is for you. It's for you to validate what you feel, what you think. Okay. So this is one of the outcomes. The other outcome is the opposite. It's like, no, this has nothing to do with me. This has nothing to do with my life. This is so wrong. I could never think of this because it doesn't make any sense. So if you have this kind of negative reaction towards the message, pay close attention because that is your shadow talking to you. The things that we hide from ourselves, the things that we put away, put under the rug, lock away in a safe, and we never look at it. So if we have any kind of reaction, either positive or negative, if there's a reaction, that message is meant for you. Okay? Maybe hard to understand, but yeah, this is how it works. Even if the message today you feel like resisting it, but in the upcoming days or weeks, it's still in the back of your mind. Yeah, it's working there. Okay, that message is working there on you. And the other outcome that can happen is like totally indifference, doesn't ring any bells. It's not either positive nor negative. Nothing happens. So that message is probably not for you and for someone else that is gathered here on the session. Okay. Usually what we don't even hear those messages, the ones that do not resonate either way, we don't even hear them. Yeah. And another thing is that if a sentence, a word, something makes you think of someone else, yeah, maybe that message is for you to tell them. Okay, maybe you are being asked to be a channel for that person. So if you think of someone during the reading, show them the reading or let them know your thoughts on it. Yeah, because we are all channels and we are all here to help each other. We are all connected every time in every space. We are all connected. So yeah, if something resonates with me, it will resonate with someone that is close to me as well. Okay, so let them know. Aristides, you feel much more present. Yeah. This grounding meditation is just for us to anchor right here and right now in the present moment. Not be thinking of yesterday, not be planning for tomorrow, just enjoying the present moment. Madeline. So cute. Okay, so I will need to fill my cup before changing cameras so you can see the cards. And the question that we have today for the tarot is, what should I be focusing on in order to start fresh? Okay, what should I be focusing on in order to start fresh? Whatever that means for you. Okay. This is, again, because this is a collective reading, um, there are a lot of situations, a lot of issues at play. So whatever a fresh start means for you, even if it's a new way of feeling, a way of acting, a new way of relating, whatever that is, what should you be focusing on in order to have a fresh start? Yeah. Okay. So changing cameras here before I do a mess with my tea. I'm a Sagittarius rising. And one of the correct characteristics is being very clumsy. That's why I'm always so careful not to. Yeah. I don't know if there are any Sagittarius around, but this is a characteristic. It's an ability to be clumsy. So changing cameras, just bear with me for a little while. Okay. We are good to go. Okay. So moving the light sears back here. And now we already saw the bottom line or the root of today's session, which is the Fool, which is the first card of the tarot, the one that leaps. This is a leap of faith uh, with the minimum. No luggage here, no baggage here, no past here, just the bare minimum. Yeah. Madeline says, question for all of us, what to focus on as we enter a new beginning? Beautifully said, Madeline. Beautifully said. So 5 cards coming through. Let's see what the tarot has to tell us today about new beginnings. a lot today, as I can't seem to stop shuffling. Oh, okay, there was a jumper. No, two jumpers. Okay, we have two here. Oh, three jumpers already. Okay. I will keep them here out of sight so we can look at them at the end. Okay, they all came facing up, so it's something that um validates what we already know. Okay? Something that we already know, but probably are too afraid, not afraid, but yeah, trying not to see. More like that. More like that. Tia, yeah, Madeline just wrote the question. Thank you, Madeline. Okay, so what is happening? A lot of, okay, so of course, it's a new beginning. So a lot of things need to fall into their own places. I think now we are good to go. So first card is about the present situation. What is going on right now? Okay. Second card is about what is challenging the present situation. So what is the underlying issues that maybe are making us feel stuck somehow, or maybe pushing us back, pulling us back. Well, let's see. This is the challenge of the present situation. Third card is about recent past. What happened in the last months or even years, depending on the situation? What happened here that led us to the present situation? Fourth card is near future. So, what's the tendency? If we do nothing about this, what is the tendency here? What is about to happen if we do nothing? Yeah, that's the thing. And the fifth card is the result card. This is where we ask, what should we be focusing on as we enter a new beginning, as Madeline wrote? Yeah. Okay. So, what should we be focusing on? This is like the advice card. So we can get things moving and maybe change the outcome if that's our wish. Okay. Remember, we always have free will. Always. So it's up to us to choose every time. Okay. So let's start with the present situation. What is the present situation here? Ooh, look at that. Eight of Pentacles. Oh, we have a lot of resources, a lot of studies, a lot of everything. There are a lot of books around here, plants, crystals. So we just gathered. Oh, and the moon. Look at the moon here, the cycle of the moon. Um, so we have it all, but we are just standing there, sitting on a chair, literally, holding a candle, waiting for things to happen without us doing nothing. Why are we just standing there? We have all that it takes. We have the moon here. We can follow the moon cycles. We can follow whatever it is that we already know. We have all the resources. This is like crystals and flowers and, yeah, a lot of things there. So we have all that it takes. Mira asks distractions. I don't feel this as distractions. I feel it more like we are still observing what is about to happen. So we have all the resources, but we are not acting. Remember, action is what Aries brings to the table. Action, initiative. So we had initiative to gather all these knowledges, all these resources, but we are just standing. And look how she is back with her back towards us. Maybe waiting for a push. Maybe just waiting for really something to happen, but the candle will burn itself down if she doesn't put it away and starts moving and moves out of the chair. Usually eights of any suits, they are very auspicious cards. So because this is like a journey throughout the suits, like we start on the ace and then we move on up to the 10, and then we have the court cards. And this is like a journey. So this would be like step 8 of this journey. But the thing is, she's just sitting there, not acting. Maybe it's time to stand up. Maybe it's time to stand up for herself, literally. Put down that candle because eventually she will burn her hand. If she waits too long, she will burn her hand. Um, because she already gathered everything that she needed. But it's something, well, let's see what the challenge card says. But this is about someone. The present situation is about if the present situation had a statement, it would be I have all the resources I need already. And I will add the word already. So let's see what's challenging. Okay, what's challenging the situation? Four of Pentacles. So there's a lot of fright. No, it's the same suit. There's a fear of losing something. Look at how she holds on to her purse. She doesn't want to let it go. She's holding on too much. So maybe there's a fear of not having enough after she acts. This is a fear of losing all the resources. So if I stop looking at the resources, someone will come and maybe take them away from me. There's this fear of being taken, of losing something on the way. But of course, when we act, we cannot act upon everything at the same time. So something will always be left behind or by the side, so you can pick up later. But the fear here is that if I pick up later, maybe I don't have it anymore by then. So yeah, there's a pretty intense fear behind all this. Like in this case, she feels she needs to be attentive all day or yeah, all the time. If I get distracted, as Mira was saying, if I get distracted, something might be taken away from me. So the need to control what you have is what's actually making you feel stuck. And you are controlling because you are afraid of losing something. Yeah, or of not having enough. There's always this, like, I have all these resources, but are they enough? Can I start imperfectly with what I have? This can also mean waiting for the perfect moment to get something done. But there's no such thing as perfect moments. Okay, we only have the now, we only have the present moment. We don't have the perfect one. So I don't know if this is resonating with some of you, but this is a lot about waiting for the perfect time, waiting for the perfect conditions, waiting for the perfect situation, waiting for the perfect people. And so you keep sitting and controlling all that you have because you don't want to lose a bit. Okay, so let's see where do we come from so that we are feeling this? Okay, what happened here? Maybe there's a hint. Ooh, the Empress, look at that. This was a life lesson. And this is beautiful because the Pentacle suit is ruled by the earth element. This is the earth element. And look who she is. Mother Earth, the Empress, is here represented by Gaia. This is a beautiful card, right? And so we have Gaia here, Mother Earth, have the moon, the tides, the earth itself. The Empress is the one that gathers all the conditions to give us what we need, all the resources that we need in order to live. Mira says, it feels as if questioning, what if I don't have enough in my new beginning? Yeah. Arinda says, this definitely resonates with me. And Tia resonating a lot. Mira, like I don't want to sacrifice what I have, afraid to take the leap of faith in fear of losing everything I currently have. Yeah, Mira, something like that. Caroline loved that card, right? It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. So yeah, we went through a huge life lesson about mastering the resources, accepting abundance. This was a life lesson of accepting abundance instead of feeling the lack of it. Yeah. Life lessons, they stay with us for quite some time. And so now they are culminating on this. So somehow I have learned to accept that abundance, but still I cannot let go of the fear of maybe I do not deserve that abundance. Mira, what is the Empress card? Like past? Yes, it is the past, the recent past. So something that led us to this situation. So we were presented with situations so that we could see that we are allowed to be abundant in every aspect of our lives. Okay. Either it is security, financial security, health, relationships, work related situations. So we were presented with aspects of our lives that allowed us to understand, maybe just in our minds, that we don't need to feel the lack of abundance in our life. On the contrary, we are always abundant in every situation. It's a matter of choosing how to look at it. It's about perspective. Okay. And this because we felt that we could be as abundant as we wish, we are still stuck in some kind of limiting beliefs that is this enough? Am I enough? Elizabeth says, I'm seeing it as always in survival mode. Yeah, yeah. Ilaria is so beautiful, those cards, and it resonates a lot with me. Always so incredible, those cards, so magic. Yeah, tarot knows. The tarot knows. Well, this imagery, it brings up to our consciousness what is happening underneath. That's why they work, right? And our brain has this capacity to filter the messages so that they resonate with our current situation. Although this is a collective reading, there's always something here for each and every one of us. Yeah? So we were presented with abundance, and now we are too frightened to understand that we are always abundant. I would say that this is a continuation of this lesson. This is a continuation of the lesson. So maybe this is the next step on this lesson to integrate that abundance in our lives. But for that, we need to let go of the fear, okay, of not being enough, of not having enough. Okay, so let's see what's the tendency here if we do nothing about it. Okay. So near future, if we do nothing about that, what is it that is coming next? What's the next step, I would say? Ooh, the moon. Look at that. Look how we have a moon here, we have the moon here. So we will dive into our unconscious and we will get trapped. We will keep on being trapped there. We will keep on being trapped in our core beliefs or limiting beliefs. So instead of acting, that's what we are being asked for, is to act, we will still be questioning. We will still be trying to figure it out how to move out of there. The moon is a beautiful card, but under this, according to the story over here, yeah, we will dive even deeper into our unconscious parts of ourselves. And this is also a major arcana, so another life lesson. So we will not finish this life lesson and we will step into another one because we are being asked to act, not think, not feel, but act. And here the moon is all about feeling. So we will keep on feeling. We will keep on feeling the lack. We will keep on feeling that we are not abundant. We will keep questioning if we are abundant, if we are allowed to be abundant. It's okay. This is part of the process. We can choose to do nothing and dive into here so we can understand more and more and more. This is needed for any self-development work or spiritual work, if you'd like. This is much needed. This lesson here, this is much needed to understand our unconscious. And we can choose to do that. But right now, we are being asked to move forward. Despite of the self-development work, despite of everything that is going on within ourselves, life is still happening. So if life is still happening, life needs to be acted upon. Aries is coming through really hard on this, despite the fears, despite the deep emotions, despite the chaos, sorry. Oh, despite everything, we are still being asked to act, not to just stand here and look. So let's see, what should we be focusing on in order to have a new beginning? Yeah. Celebrating. Celebrating all that we have so we can just go. Three of Cups. It's about a party kind of a party kind of energy, celebrating with who we have nearby and celebrating with all that we have already. We have the stars, the sky, the nature, the friendships. So if we do have that, it's time to celebrate instead of diving into the unknown, unconscious parts of ourselves. We can do that, but we still need to look at what we already have and celebrate that. Be grateful for that. Because sometimes we are stuck in loops of reflecting and reflecting and reflecting and reflecting, and we do not go anywhere. We can still do that, but now it's time to celebrate and to feel grateful for what we already have. Tia asks, is this the fifth? Yes, this is the fifth card. So the result card. This is the answer to our question about what should we be focusing on. So we are being invited to focus on celebrating what we already have. The Three of Cups, imagine cups full with something. So if we have three cups full, already full, we don't need to wait for the 8 cups to be full so we can move forward. If we already have 3, we are good to go. Mira says, very auspicious energy for today's reading. I can feel the guidance in it. Jackie, celebrate who we are and where we are going. Yes. But this is not over because we had 3 jumpers. Okay, let me just put them here. Look at this. How beautiful. Oh, we have a king and a queen. Oh, wait. Let me just put this here so you can see it. Can you see it? So we have, look at this. We have a king and the queen looking at each other. Wait, why is this? Okay. A king of pentacles and queen of pentacles. This is the perfect match. And we are not seeing it. Well, we are because we already know this. We already know that we are in this energy. And then we have the four swords. So this is the only swords of the whole reading. Swords are about thoughts. Okay. Here we are dwelling in our thoughts, being stuck. Look, she's stuck there, stuck in our thoughts and not moving forward. We are letting somehow life get the better of us, meaning that whatever is being chaotic in our lives, we are allowing it to define what we should be doing instead of celebrating. So this one here, it's like a wake-up call. We will go into these ones, but this here is a wake-up call. If you allow your thoughts or the chaos in your life to rule your life, you will always be stuck somewhere. You will always be stuck inside your own mind. And the point here is for you to move forward despite of your thoughts and fears and chaos in your life. You are being called out to don't get paralyzed by your own thoughts. There's much more to do with life than dwelling like in a spiral kind of way with what you think, with what you believed to be true. Maybe it's just your reality. Maybe it's not real. Maybe it's just what you think it's real. Maybe it's about your expectations. Your expectations are not being met. Okay, so why are you um, uh, drowning somehow in your own thoughts because of that? Frustrations are part of life. You don't have the right to do this to yourself. Are you frustrated? Okay, what's next? And not, I'm frustrated, I'm hurting, I'm frustrated, I'm hurting. This is not what I wanted. This should be different. Well, expectations, they are part of the process. The more expectations you have, the the more frustration you feel when they are not met. So maybe this is a wake-up call to stop having those expectations and instead just live, just celebrate, because you already have the partnership to do that. Look at that. Aren't they beautiful with each other? You already have this. Even if it's not really a person, but a part of you, you have all that it takes. You have the Empress supporting all the life, but you are just being taken taking over with your feelings and thoughts. Is this what does it which cards here appeal more to you about your next steps? These two, where you are alone and dwelling somewhere, going down somewhere, going deep somewhere without seeing the way out, or acknowledging that you already have everything that it takes. This is really beautiful. Pentacles, pentacles, come on. Pentacles, pentacles. Pentacles is all about resources. And we are entering Taurus season. And Taurus is all about this earthly experience. We have Aries propelling us forward and Taurus to support our journey with all the resources available. Look at this. You already have everything that you need, whether that is within or without. Have the Empress supporting, bringing abundance to the table. You are being asked to celebrate what you already have instead of waiting for the perfect moment. And you really have everything that it takes. Whether this is an actual relationship or something within you. These two energies, we have the masculine energy of the King of Pentacles and the feminine energy of the Queen of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is all about bringing some kind of earthly knowledge to the situation. Earthly knowledge, someone that really knows what we need in order to get the life that we want. Someone that understands what needs to be chosen so it can support the life that we want. And the Queen of Pentacles is the one that cares for all, cares for herself and for everyone around. So we have both energies in our life. And as I said, either these are actual persons, usually court cards are about actual persons, or archetypes within us. So we already have them. And all of these cards, they were facing up. So it's not something that we are hiding from us. This is validating that we already have everything that it takes. This is a sacred marriage here, the feminine with the masculine, the masculine energy of acting, the feminine energy of taking care. We have all that it takes. Jackie says, this really resonates. My dreams are coming true, but I struggle with worthiness. Yes, worthiness. Yeah, there's a lot of fear here. There's a lot of fear. So, but the challenge is, even with the fear, celebrate. Celebrate. Haley, oh my gosh, that is like a personal reading. Everything resonates. Everything. Thank you so much. You're most welcome. Most welcome. Yeah, this deck is really marvelous, right? Really marvelous. It's so beautiful, so expressive, so vibrant. And me to say same resonates 100%. Johnny, hi Johnny. This reading feels spot on for me. I want to relocate, but I've had several setbacks and I have fears about resources. Thank you. So there you go. It's okay to feel afraid. It's okay. We are human beings. Everything that demands a change in our lives, we will resist it. Why? Because we are creatures of habits. We like what we can know the outcome of. We don't like jumping into the unknown. We don't like taking leaps of faith because that means that we need to let go of control. And we don't like that as human beings. I don't know why, but we don't like that. We like everything to be in its own proper place, in its own proper time. Like, I want this to happen at 9:01 a.m. And if this happens at 10:05 p.m., I will struggle. And the point is to make it fluid, to make it fluid. Three of Cups brings some water to the situation, and water always finds a way, right? Overcomes every obstacle with grace, with fluidity, with flexibility. And we need to be flexible. If we are not flexible, we get paralyzed. Imagine if all your joints would stop moving. You would be paralyzed, right? Joints are what make us move. And so we need to bring that flexibility, not just to our body, our physical body, but also to our emotional body and to our mental body. Letting go of expectations and acknowledging the emotions that arise, but also letting them go, not letting them get stuck into us. So we can appreciate life, so we can celebrate all that we already have right now instead of expecting to have something else or expecting the perfect moment. We have everything that we need. Lisa, hi Lisa. For me too, I've been so stuck for 10 years and fearful. Lots of fear about resources not celebrating, lots of discontent from expectations not being met, of course, because we are the ones responsible for our expectations, not anyone else. We are the ones responsible for those expectations. So we need to be mindful about expectations. Can we expect? Of course. It's good. It's a good thing for us to expect something, but we cannot just rely on the expectation because nothing will ever be exactly as we wished it was. So many things are around any kind of situation. We are not alone, right? And we are sensible to each other's projects as well, and ideas and way of relating and everything. We are sensible to everything because we are all connected. So expectations come from a place um, of maybe believing that we are alone. And life does not work like that. Life works with everyone else together, right? And Mita says, I have a lot of Oracle decks, but wanted to get my first tarot deck and saw this one in front of me a couple of days ago. Wanted to get the classic Rider White first, but I feel very drawn to the Light Seers too, though I lean more towards classic style than modern, but this is beautiful. This is beautiful. What I would advise anyone starting on the tarot, go with the classic first, because once you get the classic, the whole of the classic, then you can transfer it to the modern, because the modern decks, they are an interpretation of the classic. So yes, you do need to know the classic. It doesn't mean that you need to buy a classic a classic tarot deck, um, but you can study a classic tarot deck and then get the whole of the modern ones. That's what I did, and yeah, because the archetypes, they are in every card. Every tarot deck has their archetypes. They are just reinvented. It's like they are translated to a different language, but they mean the same. So if we know the basics, then we can understand everything else. Yeah. So let me just change the cameras once more. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. Cameras back. Okay. So how was this? How was this? Really beautiful, right? And really, it's interesting because the reading was really earthly. Although, sorry, although the Aries sign is a fiery sign, so it's a fire sign, but the reading came down to earth, literally down to earth. So we can understand that we can move through the earth ignited by our fire, but we do need to move. Remember this, the earth is not still, right? If the earth is not still, we are never still, if, although it feels like it. Although it feels like it, but we are always moving. So we might as well enjoy the ride and move even further. Because being stuck, we will be resisting. And resistance is what makes us suffer. When we allow things to enter our lives in a flexible kind of way, let them move through us and let us move as well, we will not suffer. Even if we are talking about chaotic situations, even if we are talking about fears, even if we are talking about lack of something, those things exist and they are real for each and every one of us. But the trick here is to do it anyway. Go forward anyway. Let me go and catch my dreams anyway. So that's what makes us apart um, of everyone else that gets stuck. Yeah, because when we get stuck, we are resisting something. We are resisting something here. Okay. We are being led by our frustrations and all our thoughts. And it doesn't mean that they will disappear, because they will. They will not. They will not disappear. But we move through anyway. We act anyway. We just keep moving. Yeah. Does this resonate? Okay. So we are just reaching the end of our session here. What a beautiful session. Mira says, thank you. Alexandra will do this. Jackie, wonderful. So grateful for this reading. Thank you. Most welcome. Laura, beautiful. Mira, it's a confirmation for me. I've been stuck in a certain situation. Um, and just recently I decided I won't keep overthinking about stuff I cannot control. Instead, I'll focus on myself and being the best version of myself I can. Yes, exactly that, Mira. Because there are things in around us that we cannot control. We can only control our actions. We can control our thoughts and our emotions. And even when it feels hard, just let them be, but do it anyway. Do it anyway. Nancy, it's kind of like you were saying, apply opposite action. Yeah. Because action and moving or movement are the answers for most everything in life. I'm thinking probably everything. Yeah, probably everything. So you set your intentions, you get the direction, and you move. Because you can be setting intentions. Wait. You can be setting intentions. You can gather the conditions for your intentions, but you are just there. So nothing will happen. Things happen when you start moving. Even if that means waking up and shake your body. Even that simple. It will change the whole energy around your day. When I was younger, sharing time, when I was younger, like in my teens and afterwards, in my 20s, in my 30s, I had a habit of waking up, putting some music and dancing. For 30 minutes, I would be dancing. No one will interrupt me. And then my day would start. I would get a shower, breakfast, and went on with my life. That routine changed the how. And I did this not because I consciously wanted to. No, it was something that was really natural. And by moving my body, my life was moving as well. We are not disconnected. Our life is not disconnected from our body. And this reading with all those pentacles, yeah, it's about being in presence, being in our body. So we might as well take care of it and move it. Even if that means stretching when you wake up, shaking your body when you wake up, tapping on your body, moving, going to the gym or dancing, do a crazy dance like no one is watching. That changes everything because it gets your energy moving instead of being stuck. And if you feel your life is stuck, you can start with your unstucking your body and life will follow. Just as simple as that. No thoughts are needed here. No emotions are needed here. Just action. Yeah. Um, Arinda says, I am feeling the same energy that Mira said. Beautiful. Tia, what was the prompt for the second card, please, or the meaning of it? The second card was about recent past. So what we were going through that led us to the present situation where we have all the resources, but we kind of feel stuck and afraid of losing them, of not being enough. So we had a major life lesson, which came as the Empress. The Empress is about abundance, and it's about being here on Earth, taking care of Earth. Yeah. So we were presented with the abundance that we already have, but maybe we were not allowed to see it at its fullest. So that was the challenge because we were holding back. Remember this card? We were holding something. Not let when you have this gesture, you are not letting anyone see, right? You put it here so no one can take it. You are protecting what you have. You are afraid of losing what you have. Yeah. Although you went through a lot of situations or some situations that showed you that you are allowed to feel abundant, that you are abundant in some kind of aspect of your life. Maybe not all of them, but maybe in some aspect. Maybe you are a very healthy person. And so that is a being abundant. It's about perspective on things. If you have food on your table and a ceiling over your head, you are abundant. Those are about material resources. If you are in a loving relationship, you are abundant. If you are in a loving relationship with yourself, by yourself, and you don't feel like you need anyone else to be happy or to feel good about yourself, you are abundant. So maybe you went through some hardship to understand that you are abundant, but still you are afraid to lose something. Yeah. Aristides says, after a major setback, which life lessons were learned for sure, and while fear appears from time to time, I have managed to change my perspective and know that everything is need and want is just around the corner. Everything I need and want is just around the corner. Yeah, is that it, Aristides? Beautiful. And I really have a lot of it already. I might add, beautiful. So if you are acknowledging that, you are abundant. Madeleine, I appreciate your interpretations. I noticed that I had sometimes other first thoughts when you turn some of the cards. I see it as additional perspective. Beautiful, Madeleine, beautiful. Because this, as I said, I'm just a channel. I'm just channeling or sending out, translating the messages that the cards bring. Um, and yes, and I believe many of you had different thoughts when seeing the cards. So yes, add them to your mental notes, add them to your interpretations. Because usually the first thing that you see, the first thing that you experience, usually is the most validating for you. Yeah. So everything else that I say, as Madeleine is saying, everything else that I say, it can be seen as an add-on. Okay. So beautiful people, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for being here throughout the session. Let me just write here on the comments. So you can find me either on Instagram or YouTube as the Feminine Path Project. You can catch the replays, you can revisit the replays, you can share the replays. You can also find me on Facebook. This is probably about to change, but for now, it's like this. Facebook as Amar Sintra. Wait. Amar Sintra, which is my business name. And you can also find me as Alexandra Amaro, my own name. If you would like to connect with me, you can use either of these channels, or you can go directly to my profile here on Insight Timer and send me a message directly. Either you'd like to know more about the replays, or if you'd like to know more about one-on-one sessions. Either way, if you have questions, go ahead. Go ahead and write them. I will answer back. Sometimes I take some days to answer, but I will always answer. Always. Aristides, thank you for holding space. You're most welcome. My pleasure. It's an honor. It's an honor to hold space. And of course, if you'd like to donate, go ahead. Do it. Even 50 cents will do the difference for me. So go ahead. Connect with me, ask me questions. And if not earlier, oh no, where do I have? My phone was just, okay, it's here. Because I want to see what is coming up next. We will have a full moon, and the full moon is on May 1st. Interesting. May 1st, so that is a holiday. So I will host a session. Full moon in Scorpio. Full moon in Scorpio. So we will have a session on May 1st here to celebrate the full moon. And I hope to see you here. And Johnny says, so to recap, to move forward, we should be celebrating our resources and options and then take action. Yes. Acknowledge what you have, celebrate what you have, set your intentions, and just go for it. Yeah. Go for it. Because that is what we are being asked. Okay. That is what we are being asked, to go for it. No more planning. No more waiting for the perfect moment. Just act. Johnny, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your donation. It's much appreciated. Thank you. Madeline, I meant my thoughts were the add-ons for me. Oh, not the other way around. Well, it works both ways. And you said other way around. I still learned to read cards, so it's super helpful to experience readers like you, Alex, to interpret. Oh, you're most welcome. Most welcome, Madeline. Most welcome. I have been dreaming about setting up a course on tarot. But I need some time to do that. But I have been dreaming about that for maybe 2 years now. Thinking, there you go. Wait, this one was actually for me. Now it just hit. Just hit. So this is me looking at the tarot course, okay? Now you know. It just hit me when thinking about that. Oh, yeah, go for it. Exactly. Go for it. Celebrate. Look, celebrate with the community. Look at this. This is you. This is all of you. So, yeah, I will celebrate with the community and go for it. And go for it. Now I get the message from me. Thank you, Madeleine. Thank you. Because now I get it. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Thank you so much, my dears. Thank you so much. I was just trying to see. Well, I saw Haley. Thank you so much for your donation as well. Mira, thank you for sharing your time, energy, and gifts with us. Of course, of course. Madeline, my pleasure to give back to you, dear Alchandra. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so follow me on Insight Timer. Follow me on Instagram. Once the session is uploaded, I will post a story with the link directly there. In the meantime, feel free to connect through the Insight Timer. Okay. Much love to you all. Happy new beginnings. And let's go for it. Okay. Mwah. Much love, yours. See you soon. Bye bye.